What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED and LCD gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna check out a game called Burglin Gnomes. I had my eye on that one ever since I heard about it. It just looked like a fun game to play with your friends. Not me, I'm just gonna play by myself, because I don't even know if I can get my friends to play the game, but I sure hope I can. I got them to play that RV game and whatnot, so maybe I can get them to play this one. I don't know, I like these kind of games with friends, not just always playing shooters, you know? But anyway, why don't we go start with the weakest systems we have, the Steam Decks, and then we'll work our way up, and we'll probably stop on the small form factor PC, unless this game's harder to run than it looks. But if it is, I'll have to wait. I got my new capture computer all done, but unfortunately, CPU wasn't supported on the motherboard. I gotta wait for a supported CPU so I can upgrade the BIOS. Then I hopefully will proceed, so long as there's not something else that's dead, you know? Either way, that's neither here nor there. Why don't we get the old LGD Steam Deck hooked up to that capture computer, and let's go get us some gameplay. Alright, this time we'll go with the default settings first, which if I remember correctly did not go all that well. You pretty much have to run this thing on low. And even then it might have some instances where it drops under 30. But it mostly hangs out into the high 30s and mid 40s, especially once you get in the house. But outside, it's a little bit less than stellar results. And it seems to have a weird issue where the grass is not the right length. Once I got to the allies, I realized what it was supposed to do, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't think it's working right on SteamOS. Maybe just on Linux in general, who knows? But I only have SteamOS to test right now. Haven't even had a chance to use the Bazite computer in a while since the capture computer's been down. Either way, enough of that. Let us go and get us some gameplay. So, now we'll try it on low. Now, there is a potato setting on there, too, for texture, but it didn't really give us any extra FPS, just made it look way worse. So I was like, okay, let's not do that. We'll just leave it on low. And disabling the grass kind of sucks, because it kind of takes a little bit out of the game, but at the same time, I'd rather not have grass so tall I can't even see where I'm going. It's supposed to be, like, pretty much almost the same height as you, probably, like, shoulder height, not, like, 7 feet over your head. But anyway, let's go jump into the game and let's see what it can do now. So now we're going to go ahead and try some 800p high on the OLED. Still doesn't really go the greatest. I'm sure some people can play like this, so I figured I'd get a little footage, but I'd probably just drop it down to high. It's still not going to get, 60 everywhere, but I still think it did a little bit better on low. But whatever. Let's go see what it can do on this, then we'll drop it down to low where I think it goes a little bit better. We'll do the same thing on the OLED, drop it down to low, which I think goes a little bit better. It's not flawless, and it's not like a night and day difference, but I'd say you get like 8 to 10 extra FPS in some spots. Other spots, maybe only 3 to 5, but I'd say any improvement in FPS is an improvement compared to going into the 20s and whatnot, and only getting up to like 32, But alright, let's jump back on in there. Alright, let's get ourselves a little camcorder gameplay on the LCD. Somehow he did not capture me. I thought for sure he saw me and was going to kill me. Gotta find a way out of the house. What else do I need to do here? I opened a window. I have to steal a toy. Darn. I jumped too far. I thought for sure I could get up there. Darn, he got me. Well, that's no fun. I got thrown like a rag doll. Now I have 3 minutes left. There ain't no way I'm doing all this in 3 minutes. There we go. Well, at least we completed one task. We opened the windows. But I still want to steal a toy. Where's that one? Oops, I keep on hurting myself. We broke our legs. Now we're crippled. Okay, at least he heals. I was like, oh shit, am I stuck like that? Can't find that toy room. Anyway though, why don't we go ahead and move on over to the OLED? Well alright, took too long and the round had like a minute left, so figured I'd just start a new game. Now unfortunately it's not the greatest experience on here. But again, no one ever claimed it would be. I'm just kind of seeing. That is quite the tumble. See, it's just lame because you can't really have the grass on and get like decent frames. At least I couldn't on the LCD. Let's try turning it back on real quick. Yeah, see, it kills the FPS quite a bit. That's why I just went with it off. It's cooler and the game is more like the game with it on. But I don't know. I just thought we were getting a little bit better with it off. Let's go see. Maybe I'm full of shit. No, we're definitely getting almost 50 FPS with it off. But it does take a lot of the allure out of the game. You're supposed to be like going through the thing. You're so small because you're a gnome and you can't see through the grass. And it does have a potato setting for textures, but that didn't really do anything. Didn't really get me any more FPS. So I was like, oh, okay. All right, what am I supposed to do today? Get Jonathan out of his hut, steal any item from a hallway, break any item. How the heck do you kiss garden gnomes? I found these things like 20 times, but I don't know what the hell key does what. I guess I could look. It probably has a... I guess it doesn't. I figured it would give you some buttons. Alright, well. There we go. So you just use your one button. There we go. We at least did that. I probably should have played the tutorial, but I was scared the tutorial was going to be like some sandbox thing. I guess we'll have to burn him out of there. But anyway, we gotta get into that frickin' building. Oh, nope. Ooh, and that's even behind this thing. You wouldn't even really notice. Ah, that didn't break. Is he gonna come from all that noise I made, or did he not hear that? I'm trying to figure out what he can hear and what he reacts to, or if he's just on a random little cruise mission around his house, and nothing I do, like sound-wise, matters. Okay, well at least here I can get up out pretty easy. Okay, nope, that's too big. You're so small, you really need help. Aw, it's stuck under the chair, so I can't use it. And you can't push the chair, can you? No. Didn't think so. It was worth a shot. what in the heck is a Fraggle? See, I really should have played the tutorial. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, other than not getting captured by the dude. Well, at least it's still somewhat playable. You just have to kill the grass and kill some of the allure of the game, but it's playable on the things. It's just not the greatest experience in the world. But hey, if you really want to play with friends and a Steam Deck's all you got, I'd say it's probably okay. So long as what you see here is okay with you. Most people are with Steam Decks aren't like, no, I have to have 60 no matter what. It's really hard to get 60 on this thing in most games, so. Regardless, why don't we wrap this video on up? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Burglin Gnomes on the Steam Deck OLED and LCD. And it's not a great experience default. Like, I wouldn't even call it. I call it maybe barely playable. I mean, it's terrible, like getting dropped off the little floating island in the sky and dropping down. That drops frames like no matter what setting you use on this. It might do that on everything. Or it might just need something at a certain power level. We're gonna test out at least all of the handhelds, the Firebat, and the small form factor PC. Unfortunately, I still don't have that dang capture computer working yet. I got a dang unsupported CPU problem. Should have thought about that, and just pre-bought like a $20, CPU that could update it. But I did that now, so we'll have to wait a couple more days to get that fixed, but at least it's together, and I think it looks pretty badass. Either way, that is all for this video. So, hey you guys can't go to sleep yet. You guys usually are pretty good about that, but I guess I was sitting around chatting with my friends and whatnot. But anyway, that's all for the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And I'd do a peace out with that hand, but pinky and all that. So instead, left-handed peace out, and until that next video.